How they will look when wet. They will fit very well for a classic. They have a nice, pleasant material, and they stretch really well. Hello everyone, today will be your favorite fitting. Weather conditions test. And today we have tights next. I already have one of them on. And let's see what else tights we will have. Like these green ones. And then we will have these dark blue ones. This is what they look like. And our last. These are ours. Like these even darker green. Well, let's start with the ones I'm already wearing. And let's take a closer look. This is what my first pair of tights look like. I think I can pull them up even higher, right up to them completely, that they stretch incredibly well. Just look at how they stretch very well. I like this plus about them. Their color is so interesting. Or something similar. That's how interesting and beautiful they look. I really like them. I think they'll suit many interesting looks because they're so beautiful. Also, one of the big advantages is that they don't have any loose threads. They are incredibly well made. Despite the fact that they are like nylon, but not quite, more so to say, so dense and good. I absolutely love their look. I think they can be combined with many things because they are very beautiful, but not quite suitable for a classic look. And up to some. Let's say you can wear bright ones with them and some bright skirt. Maybe just a white top and some cape on top and white sneakers. Or black, it will look great. Very beautiful. Charming. Simply wonderful. I like it madly. Well, and this will be very comfortable and beautiful looks. And now let's see how they will look when wet. This is how these tights look when wet. They became darker. This is very noticeable, so you can see the differences. How they look wet and dry at the same time, so to speak. And after they got wet, they started dripping a lot. And also, they became completely opaque. But they did not have any unpleasant sensation. So if you get caught in the rain in these tights, then you will feel quite comfortable, and perhaps you will decide to swim in them. Well, then it won't hurt. Also, I think they'll dry pretty quickly, despite the feeling that they're made of pretty thick material. And let's move on to our next pair of tights. And they will look like this. My old tights are dark like this. And Buzzy has flown in again, who is again interfering with our filming. And he wants you to subscribe and click the bell so that we can calmly continue our filming. Subscribe and click the bell. Why did you do this? And now we can continue our fitting. Let's take a closer look at the tights, which I already have on. That's how pretty they look. Very great. I think they will even suit some basic look than the previous ones. They were too bright. As for me, let's go same. Let's see what they look like when wet. This is how I wet my tights. This is how they look. They became much darker, almost black. At this, what I want to note is that these tights are very hard to wet. Therefore, it seems to me that if you get caught in a light rain, then they won't even get very wet, which is a big plus. They don't cause any discomfort. And they look great. I also left small pieces where they are dry. You can see how it looks dry and wet. They just turned black. Not even distinguishable. Green tights. If I wet them completely. To be honest, you can do it this way, get out of it, if you urgently need them. And black tights. But the main thing is to dry them a little. so that they don't drip, because I don't dry them and they drip a lot. And everything around me is wet here. But at the same time, they look very good. Nice and elegant. I like them madly. They are just beautiful. Lightweight even, I think they are suitable for office work, with the fact that they look so classic. Rather than some bright. To wear them for some bright images, here. But also if something happens, you can make a top out of them. And let's move on to our next ones. And let them be like these. This is what my third tights look like. They're actually dark blue, but if I will have such bright lighting as I have darker. Let's say how I went into the bathroom then. They look just like black, and respectively. They will fit very well for a classic. Look, they have a nice, pleasant material. It looks great. Stretches well. I absolutely love how it can stretch. Looks very beautiful and chic. Looks good. It doesn't have any loose threads. They all look very, very good. And let's see how it will look when wet. Well, when wet, these tights look like this. They also became black again. And as for me, they will suit well, as I already said, for the classic style. And accordingly, if you go in them in the rain, then most likely, you don't get wet. More precisely, they will simply turn black and it will not even be clear that you got caught in the rain, because it will be almost unnoticeable. Some discomfort after getting wet. It doesn't cause, but it's not that bad. They're quite, look good and comfortable, fit well, and there are no threads sticking out anywhere. And even the view is different. Here they became black, and here they also remain dark blue. Very chic. They were wonderful. And let's move on to our next tights, which are this swampy color. Well, this is what my fourth ones look like. Last tights. They look very chic and beautiful, that they would go well with a classic style, but rather to some darker image, because they are like a little bit bright. They look like this, so interesting. Very beautiful. They are swamp green. Very, very beautiful. Just look how elegant they look. I like them madly. Their appearance is that they are very, very attractive. They have good seams. No threads sticking out anywhere. And they stretch really well. Just look at both. There's still a second one I can fit in. How they will look when wet. Well, when wet they look like this. Here I specifically left some moments where they are dry, so that you can see how they differ. That's what they look like. Very interesting and beautiful. I like them madly. Even so, they became darker. But at the same time, if you get caught in the rain in them, it will be quite noticeable. As for me, I wouldn't recommend getting caught in the rain in these tights. And be careful with it. And also, they have become stickier and are kind of unpleasant, and like the previous ones. And I don't really like that. Well, but despite that, they haven't lost much of their elasticity. That is, they also stretch well. Everything looks great. That they will dry quite quickly, which is a huge plus. And also, I wouldn't say that they become like black. They just become even darker than the given color. Well, but I still like the way it looks. Very beautiful. Just look at it so beautifully. It all looks so beautiful, so incredibly paired. It just seems to me that it's for some kind of image or cosplay. It will be great. And that's the end of our video. Thank you all for watching, and bye-bye everyone.